everyone, good evening. How are you all doing?
So tell me when next.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out. It's so nice to see everybody here, even in the summer months. And, with everyone's schedule, and some of us have our kids home on vacation and going on vacations, and still you all make the time to come. So thank you very much for that. I do want to just say again, I said it the first week that they were here, but the Seed girls that came from New Jersey and New York, thank you so much for coming these past couple weeks. It really built up the Partners in Torah night, and it really helped, and with the whole atmosphere, and we really appreciated that you came every week that you were here, and we're sorry that you're going back, and we're definitely going to miss you, but again, thank you so much for coming and participating. We really appreciate it. Okay, so there is another special thing to mention, but I'm going to allow Rabbi Wolbe to speak about that tonight. So Rabbi Wolbe, please come up.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Granitsky. Thank you so much for everyone coming out in the summer heat and being here part of Partners in Torah. I know you have many other things that you could be doing on a lovely Wednesday night with such cool weather here in Houston. And there's so many things to do, and you're here learning Torah. I mean, there's nothing greater than that. So congratulations to all of you. So this week's parsha is really incredible, because we have the story of Pinchas, and we see that Pinchas strikes a little chord of aggression. And what might seem to many people as, just some aggressive individual, we see that he's greatly rewarded for his action. The question is, why would we reward Pinchas for his act of violence, seemingly, with such an incredible reward of becoming a Kohen, becoming part of the priestly dynasty? And it's something which is really unprecedented, the reward he got for his actions. Here he killed 2 sinners, and he gets such an incredible reward. Just don't try to do this at home, right? But most of us, if we tried to be that righteous person, you think about it in our terms today, we'd be put in jail, right? But yet, here he's rewarded. Not only that he's not getting a punishment, he's being rewarded. So I'd like to suggest something that's very important for us to learn from Pinchas. And that is that Pinchas had something which God wanted each and every one of us to learn from. And that is to have pride. Be proud of who you are. When you're proud of what you do, then you walk around unashamed. You're willing to stand, you're willing to argue, you're willing to live with that passion. That is a quality that Hashem wants us to demonstrate. The Almighty is telling us here, Pinchas was proud of his Judaism. So he didn't stand in the corner and say, yeah, as long as I'm a good Jew. If you're proud about something, you want to show it off to the world. And when you show it off to the world, you're not going to hide it. There's a big problem today that many Jews don't want to be seen in a place like this. They don't want to be seen in a synagogue. They don't want to be associated with this or with that. They want to live and let live. Leave me alone. Nobody needs to know that I'm Jewish. Nobody needs to know about my passion. And sadly, for many people, that's the end of the Judaism. Here we are studying Torah. We're feeling that pride. We're feeling that passion. We're willing to share it with the world. Wherever we go, we should never hide our Judaism. We should never say, you know what, I don't want anyone seeing me, right? And hide the fact that we're Jewish. We should feel proud. Wear it on our sleeves, like Pinchas did. Stand up for it. Fight for it. And if we need to learn more, that's why we have this program. That's why we have a Torch. We have programs that are catered to giving us the reasons behind why we have a Judaism, why we should be proud of what it is that we're living for. Now, just today, a young couple that's involved with Torch regularly. Most of you know Eric Davis, Jordan's son Eric, and his wonderful now fiance Noah just got engaged. And if there was ever a couple that I know that has Jewish pride, it's Eric and Noah. Right? They met in UT, and ever since they are shining with that joy of their Judaism. They're proud of it. And if you see Kalman Eliezer's yarmulke, you'll know it, right? Eric walks around so proudly with that, with his name. He doesn't want to hide behind anything. He's proud of it. And those who know Eric in other areas, he's really unabashedly forceful with his opinions and his. We'll leave other things unsaid, but he's very proud with who he is. And you know what? It's really a testament to the home that he comes from, right? Knowing Jordan and Robin, you know, they're giving him the support, giving them the love, and giving him what he needs to become the great person he is, hopefully. And my blessing to Noah and Eric is that they should build a home that will be filled with Jewish pride, filled with love, and filled with happiness, and filled with everything that everybody wants to have in their life. Amen. Amen. Now, I want to share one more thing here. As many of you know, I wasn't here for a couple of weeks, and I apologize. But I had the incredible privilege of being in Jerusalem and being all around Israel and spending time with my family, because my youngest brother, Mordechai, got married last week. And it was really an amazing week of celebration. It was just fantastic. But I had the incredible privilege, not only spending time with much of my family that lives in Israel. 5 of my siblings now live in Israel, and I don't get a chance to see them and their amazing children. So this is a really great, special time to be in Israel and to celebrate. But one of the things that I had a really unique privilege to do was to spend time with my children, some of my children, not all, in Israel. And I was able to go to many incredible places, you know, not only in Jerusalem, but all around. We went up north, we went to the Golan Heights, and we went to Tzfat, and to Meron, and to Tveria, and to Afula, and to, like, just so many great places. And what we were able to see was the vibrancy of the Jewish people. The Jewish people, it's hard to feel it sometimes when we were here in Houston, but the Jewish people are alive. And wherever you go, you know, it's like, what is it, like 1 o'clock in the morning in Tveria, right next to the Curated. And the place is buzzing, and there are people on the streets and in the shops, and it's just, the place is just, we have so much to be proud of. We have so much to be passionate about. And the blessing to each and every one of us is that we feel that joy, we feel that love that we have in the Torah, and we live it, and we don't be ashamed of it. And if you have questions, that's great. You look at if you're afraid to ask questions, people ask all the time, right? People ask, Rabbi, is it okay to ask questions? Are you kidding? Look at the Talmud. Everything is questions, right? You have, on any page of the Talmud, you'll have 50 different questions being asked and attacked, and I'll bring you proof. Otherwise, that's what Judaism's about, because we're living people. And we're passionate about our connection with Hashem. And we want to make sure that we have it right. So we ask questions. And we challenge each other. And that's what makes us grow. We're not like other religions. You're not allowed to ask questions. Right? Yeah, other religions have it. You ask questions, your head goes off. Right? Islam. Right? Or in Christianity. Right? You can't ask questions. You have to take a leap of faith. Take it as is or leave. In Judaism, we're encouraged to ask questions, so that we can have that passion, we can have that joy. Now, just one more final thing is there's a special idea that when there's a simcha, when there's a time of celebration, that we don't just enjoy and eat good foods, but we make a blessing. And the blessing brings about special merit to those who are celebrating. And tonight, we're going to be celebrating, even though Eric and Noah are not here, but we have a special cake here, and we want everyone to get a piece of this cake. And to make a blessing, Borei Minei Mezonot.
It's dairy, so.
It's dairy, so just remember, if you ate meat tonight,
on the table.
There is Torah, but if you can please take the food and say a blessing, it will be a special merit to our Chatan and Kala, to our Aryeh and Noah, and God should help that they should have a tremendously beautiful life together. Amen. Have a good night, everybody.